Bass. Bass. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the end, folks. It's a 2-minute Terminator. Hit the music / Guns N' Roses. Oh, they're not friends anymore. Ah.
Watch out for machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
Ellie Fitzgerald.
Hello.
We're nearly at the end.
I didn't even know you were recording.
I know. I lied.
What were you even doing in this episode?
Well, you know, there's lots to do, you know. Yes, we are in fact here. It's episode 76 of the 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films badly, 2 minutes at a time. I'm Ethan McKinley.
I'm Ellie Fitzgerald.
Waited 76 episodes to do that. Hi, everyone. If you're just joining us.
Finally, Ethan feels at ease and he can be himself on radio.
Let me be myself. I finally, yes. We've done 76 episodes of this shit, dude.
Maybe that's when your fucking ship's gonna come in when you're 76.
Maybe. Lucky 76.
Yeah, so what are we going to discuss in this episode?
Well, we're going to slightly cheat. We are going from the 1 hour and 20 minute mark to the 1 hour and 50 minute mark.
But what you have to remember is...
I apologise, that was a big fat
you.
lie. We're going from the 128 minute mark to the 132 minute mark. We're actually going to do 4 minutes. The actual minutes we should be doing is the 2 hour 30 minute mark to the 2 hour 32 minute mark, but nothing happens really but credits. And I think we could do a little callback, so we didn't really touch on it. The open road, the actual ending to the theatrical version of Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. The only issue with the credits, Ethan, is I haven't actually got them to watch.
Oh, look, presented in association with Studio Canal Plus. These motherfuckers.
Wankers.
Ellie.
Ellie?
They're here.
Did we hit the music?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did it in like quick time.
Yeah, I did it while you were being distracted by Guns N' Roses.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't actually see anything because I don't have the film anymore.
Oh, that's okay. We've
I
got.
don't think I'll be able to find a clip of just the credits. Maybe I can.
Well,
Maybe
you don't
that's
really
what I'll
need to. I
do.
mean, the end of the film.
This is the end.
Well, no, it's a hopeful ending in a sense. Even though the freeway or highway she's driving down is wet and black,
Like my mare.
with nothing ahead of them, I guess, except for a clean slate. I guess, or is it meant to feel ominous? I'm not so sure.
A blank canvas, maybe,
Yeah.
of darkness.
And she actually just the final word is: if a machine, a Terminator, can learn the value of human life, maybe we can too.
Maybe we can too.
Does he learn the value of human life?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah. It's the idea that he was meant to feel like, I don't know, well, just have feelings for John. Don't read into that too much. He was a gay Terminator.
I'm Sergeant Candy.
No, but
Bring me a boy.
it's like I said, it's almost like, I know he's a Terminator and that is what his objective is. But there's something in the way that he just never gives up, even after his powers just been completely diminished. He still fights on, and it's because he's like almost emotionally attached to John.
I disagree. That's actually a trope from the first film, as we all know. When the Terminator will do or die, it's programmed to find another way around a problem.
I know, but I just like to think that because he took the chip out and then put it back in, he was able to kind of like, almost like Data. You know how Data's constantly on a mission to become more human? I feel it's a bit like that.
Well, I don't know. Well,
Or
Data had an emotion chip put in. I think he had it actually put in the series, but they really played it up in Star Trek. Was it First Contact, the one with the Borg, the good one, after Generations, of course.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It was always about the Borg episodes. The Borg episodes were the best.
What did you think of the Borg
Borg-
Queen?
Borg and Data. Oh, she's wonderful.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, have you? No.
I have. She's blue. Or
What?
like a blue. She's like a blue-white. Yeah, yes, I have fucking seen it. Just
Well,
because
in
I can't like give a rundown of like. She almost looks like the chick out of her Fifth Element. I
Okay.
think that's why I'm thinking blue.
She doesn't, but the actress playing the Borg Queen is Alex Krieger, or Kridge, I used to think her name was called. Ewan McGregor
She's all wet.
famously got an erection while doing acting with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's in Scarlet and Black with Ewan McGregor, and I think they had a sex scene. And
Ooh, how risque.
he's got the famous story where he got overly excited and had to stop shooting while he either waited for it to go away or did something with it.
Or shot his load.
Well, that's why I kind of playfully said did something with it, as opposed to the postcard humour that is Ellie Fitzgerald, just like, let the dog see the rabbit and said, just come everywhere, shoot his load.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, no, I think, I'm pretty sure Data had an emotion chip in the Generations series, but I know he definitely had one in Star Trek First Contact, and he was freaking out, wasn't he, when they actually enter the Borg? Is it the cube or the globe? I think it's the cube.
Cube.
Actually, I tell a
Globe
lie.
isn't in it.
The Borg partially assimilates the Enterprise, doesn't it? And they have to go in and kick some ass. And Data's freaking out. He's like, I'm sure it's an interesting experience having these
They
emotions,
have to
Data.
go in and kick some ass.
But you must turn off your emotion chip. And he goes, done. And then they go and kick some butt. Weirdly, though, I mean, the Faustian...
Best Data impression.
The temptation for Data in that film, of course, is he's actually offered to be made actually human by the Borg. And they kind of half do his head, don't they? Yeah, well, half of his face is like actual Brent Spiner, isn't it? The guy that plays Data. And they've got half of his face, which is human. He goes, resistance is futile. And you think, oh my God, Captain Picard's going to die. But he's actually just faking it for the Borg. And he just... what is it? I think it's the what is it? The cooling jets or the cooling gas around...
Oh, fuck knows.
Is it the hyperspace core? But it's like corrosive to living tissue, so he kicks it, and he's actually fine. Half his face melts off, and the Borg Queen obviously gets dissolved with the living parts of her, and she can no longer function. So she's just got that kind of cool skull with the kind of like skeleton spinal column.
And there's all
hanging
the
off
bits
the
of
bottom
metal bits going into the back of her head, and she's
Yeah.
she's like really wet.
Yeah, she's always covered in KY.
Is that KY?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Making movies great from 1979 to 1997.
Used a lot in Alien. What did you think of Lore?
Honestly, you know what? I don't really like Star Trek. I take that back. I like Star Trek. I like elements of Star Trek. I can admit I've ever really watched the series. I found it quite boring. And bless him, I'm not the biggest Patrick Stewart fan.
Oh, I love Patrick Stewart.
The reason
he's
being,
great.
his range as an actor is so limited. Coming from
So
me,
you,
I know
Mr.
that.
Go compare.
Dude, if you give me the material, I can bring the thunder. I'm telling you.
You do a great Gizmo impression. I'll give you that.
No, I Patrick Stewart. If you look at, I think I'm going to put a link under the YouTube in the comments under this video and recording. Some of Patrick Stewart's greatest acting moments, and he's such a ham. I'm sure he's a bigger ham than Shatner in many ways. I mean, I don't know.
Without Shatner, we wouldn't have had the Michael Myers mask. He had his part to play.
Well, I mean, Patrick Stewart's acting in, I think, Generations, where he has to cry and he's mourning like his family and stuff. Patrick Stewart does it so badly. It's so unsubtle and it's so like hackneyed and telegraphed. It's almost like he's playing to the cheap seats in a theatre. Yeah. No, he's not so good. I think his contemporary's obviously very good. Judi Dench is good. Ian McKellen.
Is it because he's in Excalibur that you don't like him?
No, Patrick Stewart's in Dune, and I really like Dune for all its faults. He plays Gurney Halleck, the kind of the teacher of Paul Atreides, played by Carl McLachlan, the ill-fated David Lynch version.
Oh, David.
I don't not like him, but I think
you just don't rate him.
I just think his range is a bit limited. He always is Patrick Stewart no matter what, and that's fine. But I think there's two kinds of actors: actors that can play like lots of things like a character actor, and then you've got actors that can just do one note, and usually the actors that can do that are kind of like movie stars, like Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson's great, but he can only ever do Jack Nicholson. He's the best at doing Jack Nicholson. You know?
Yeah, I do agree. You hate that Wolf movie, don't you?
All right, like sometimes you have actors who are like good looking and they're forced to being leading men, but as leading men they don't do very well. But when they get put to the guy next to the guy in the lead, or they got like standing behind the guy who's the lead, or they come in and do a little cameo, they're amazing. Like Matthew McConaughey. So he's a character actor, but until he did Dallas Buyers Club, I guess was always considered like the good looking leading man. I'm only saying that because he's done like character parts prior to that. He did a great character part in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is it The Return, the fourth one? With Renée Zellweger. Like he's good in that. He's good in
what? The fourth one of what?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4.
There's 4.
I think there's more than 4. Well, I mean, you've got the remake, which is 2003 with Jessica Biel, and then you've got Texas Chainsaw: A New Beginning, and then I think you've got the prequel, I think, to that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But there is like of the old school Texas Chainsaws. Well, here's one for you. I think in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Viggo Mortensen is one of the Chainsaw family.
Really?
Yeah. Viggo Mortensen, a bit like Billy Bob Thornton. Viggo Mortensen started off in like shitty B movies. Billy Bob Thornton did loads of
Billy Bob.
I think he did. Is it Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town, or is that no? It's one of them. I think it's that one. Kevin Costner, Billy Bob Thornton, and he like did the like early trauma films, like tits and ass movies. That's how they got their start.
Tits and ass movies, brilliant.
Yeah. Well, TNA movies. It was obviously coined by Russ Meyer, who used to make those kind of like.
Can you give me an example of a TNA movie?
Yeah, Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill.
Okay.
Anything by Russ Meyer, really. I think I've told you about Russ Meyer, haven't I?
Maybe.
Russ Meyer films. They were always like jugsy women.
Oh yeah, no, you did. There's like you showed me like a film cover, and it was like really 60s.
Like he did a film called Beyond the
with
Valley of the
huge
Dolls.
tits.
He did a film called Vixen. They're all like 60s films. They're all like, but like they're very like strong female characters, but hypersexualized. So they all look like Natalia.
Oh, amazing.
That's my friend, listeners.
Have you? That's my friend.
But they've all got like giant like banana-shaped jugs, and they're all fighting, or they'll get into a scrap and they'll rip each other's tops off and stuff. They're all directed by Russ Meyer. I think that's what coined the phrase tits and ass films. You'd go to like a drive-in and you had these like very like titillating, and that's another word for it. It's very like postcard. In England,
can't use the word tit anymore.
No, but in England you had the kind of a little, to a lesser extent, the Robin Askwith. If anyone's listening, Google Robin Askwith as it sounds, and look for the Confessions of a Window Cleaner. They're like British films from the mid or early 70s, and it's kind of like they're just like sex comedies where this guy would like the same actor, but it'd be like one film is Confessions of a Window Cleaner, one film is Confessions of a Driving Instructor. That one's for you, John Nichols. And it's just this dude having like sexy adventures with like, you know, other men's wives or randy women they meet on their travels.
I saw years ago. It's called Dream Girls, and it's this guy, and he just goes into like dreamland every time he sees a girl on the street. It's really funny.
Dream Girls with Eddie Murphy and Beyonce.
Dream Girls.
Not that one.
Not that one. Eddie Murphy was Nay in this movie.
Well, actually, weirdly, in a lot of the Russ Meyer films, was an actor called Charles Napier. He was one of the good old boys in the Blues Brothers, but you'll know him from being the judge. Oh, no, sorry. I think he's... No, that's right. I take it back. He's Officer Pembury in Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs, yeah.
Yeah.
After you, Officer Pembury. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Who does he like smash his head against the railings and then bite his cheek off?
That's him.
Yeah, no, because he beats one to death, doesn't he? There and then he kind of gets lucky, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
The one he goes back to is obviously when he peels the skin off alive, and you know.
Fuck, I can't remember his name.
You don't want to be Officer Pembury on that, on that day to work.
Not.
Definitely not.
I love the accompaniment of the classical music though.
Yeah.
And the bit where he just strokes Clarice's finger. Oh, so hot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Patrick Stewart. I don't know. He's all right.
And going from sex and tits and stuff, we can bring that back round to Arnold Schwarzenegger, because someone commented on something that I put up the other day, and they were saying that apparently Arnold Schwarzenegger used to own like a couple of like porn porn companies, and then like had it covered up because he didn't want it like coming out because it would tarnish his image or some shit. What do you reckon on that?
His governorship. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't have thought he'd need to do that though, because I mean, I don't know. I know he owned several businesses that were fitness related, like supplement companies and
fitness
gyms and stuff. And I know he had like busy hands. As I think we've discussed that on this show that in the late 90s when he was promoting End of Days, there was a breakfast show every weekday morning, but it was more for kind of teenagers and young adults. They did the news and stuff, but it was more like a chat show in a sense. And he was on the Big Breakfast with Denise Van Outen.
Big Breakfast, Denise Van Outen. Yeah.
And he was like he was being cheeky and squeezing her bum and her legs and putting his arm around her, like lying on the bed.
Yeah, but she was fucking squeezing him as well.
No, I've tried to find the footage, but you can't find it. You can find like a still of it that mentions kind of his busy hands.
No, but I swear
stuff.
they're like lying on a bed, aren't they?
They are, but I mean.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
It's out there.
But you can't ever find the actual footage, which is annoying.
Ethan, come on, you are the internet.
I know.
Make it so. I'm keeping in line with Star Trek. Wow, full of it tonight. Can you gain anything else? Anything more poetic out of the dark highway?
Yeah.
Or any facts for us? Do you know what type of paint's on the road? Make it up, maybe.
Yes, it's actually.
It's a canary yellow by Halfords.
with sparkles in it, so it reflects the. It's got
to show a glittering future.
It's got fluorescers in it, so it catches the headlamps of the cars. Yeah, on the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing, I've actually found a Arnold Schwarzenegger mistress denies causing marriage breakup. It does actually show a picture of Arnold squeezing Denise Van Outen's bum on the Big Breakfast.
Oh my god!
But it's it's really bad quality. You can barely see it.
Put it on the page.
Yeah, she's trying to talk, and he's like kissing the back of her neck. He was quite amorous.
Yeah.
Marge, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone about my busy hands. Not for me, but it would damage the town to Hirant.
Hirant?
To Hirant.
Has actual Arnold Schwarzenegger, not Bane, been in South Park? Been in Simpsons?
No.
McBain's obviously meant to be like an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, it's always been McBain, I think, because they'd at that point painted themselves into a corner with having McBain, I guess because the Simpsons hadn't gained that kind of like largesse and popularity at that point. In the early series, they couldn't just use people's names willy-nilly, and I suppose people were requesting to come on at that point. That's why you've got Mel Gibson as Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And I think, Dustin Hoffman, he played Lisa Simpson's Brett.
Leonard Nimoy actually played Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy was Leonard Nimoy. Dustin Hoffman played her, is it a music teacher?
Oh my god, yeah!
And he writes, "You are Lisa Simpson" at the end of the episode or something.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Poignant. No, Happy Birthday, Lisa is the Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson one, yeah.
But he's not Michael Jackson. He's an insane person who thinks he's Michael Jackson, right?
No, he's Michael Jackson.
No, the voice is Michael Jackson. Arnold Schwarzenegger needs to stop dyeing his hair.
Oh god, I know. Just let it be grey, man.
I'm looking at a picture of him, not in Maggie, in God, what is it? The one with Stallone when they get locked up. Escape Plan.
That sounds gay.
I think it's called something else in America. Yeah, he's got the grey hair and the beard. He looks great. Stop dyeing your hair, Arnold. Stop it.
It's hot.
Wouldn't say it was hot.
It is. Yeah, but you don't find Arnold Schwarzenegger hot full stop, so you can shut your fucking mouth.
I think he looked good in Maggie. I think
he did. He looked all rugged and like dad-like.
Well, not rugged. I just think, well, apart from dyeing his hair fucking soy sauce brown, he actually kept the grey beard.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good
That's
look.
what I mean.
I think if he grows that out more, he'd make a really good like Conan, old Conan.
Oh my god, yeah. Or like Odin.
Which again they are
Odin.
in talks to do again.
To do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he'd make a great Odin, don't you think, if he grew his hair?
Well, in the early 90s...
Or Beowulf, he'd be great at that.
In the early 90s, Ridley Scott wanted to make a film called Crusades, and it was going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
So what happened?
It just never happened. It's one of those legendary films that never happened. I think there's actually a book of the greatest blockbusters never made, which is all about like all these awesome film ideas that just never could get off the fucking ground. And Crusades was one of them. I think Ridley Scott, that was going to make that with Arnold, kind of eventually made Kingdom of Heaven, which I guess is nothing like that, but it's set obviously in that period, which I guess interests him. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Stay on the line, listeners.
Stay on the line, listeners. I'd love it if actually they were like, "Oh, okay, Ethan's going. We're just going to switch off now."
Well, you know, you can add stuff if you want.
No, why would I possibly do that? It's your voice that they come to listen to. I just laugh innately at different times throughout the 20 or 30 minutes that we managed to drag out of this.
Okay, well, there's several blockbusters here. There's 36 on this Den of Geek article. I will link this, of course, under the video, so if you want to see the more video. By the way, listeners or viewers, please check out that Michael Jackson documentary that I've linked under episode 75.
Is this the Louis Theroux one?
Yeah. Super interesting.
Poor Michael.
He never actually gets to Michael Jackson, but you know the things
Michael Jackson is turning 40.
The things he does encounter. Right, Alexander the Great with Leonardo DiCaprio, that never happened. Batman Year One, which was what eventually became Batman Begins, but it was Darren Aronofsky that was going to make Batman Year One. He, of course, made Requiem for a Dream, but I guess...
Oh, that's a dark movie.
Well, he developed this film for Warner Brothers, and they just, I think at the last minute, scrapped it and went with Christopher Nolan's idea, which, of course, became that film. BioShock is still awaiting to be made and never has. That's based on the computer game.
What's BioShock?
Yeah, as a meeting with Carol Co., which is the company that made Terminator 2 in 1994. Crusades was going to be made. It was going to be super expensive. Ridley Scott, I think, was producing, and Paul Verhoeven, RoboCop and Total Recall, was going to direct.
God.
So it would have been like this super violent, super bloody kind of period drama. It would have been amazing.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Why the fuck didn't they make that?
Well, basically, the director Paul Verhoeven promised this.
What, are you high?
This film wouldn't go over budget in its pre-production stages, and it did. So Carol Co. just decided to pull the plug in it, basically.
Those fucking Jews.
Yeah.
That's fucking shit. That sounds like it would have been amazing.
Oh yeah, they think it would have been one of the best, if not the best, films of Arnold Schwarzenegger's career.
What?
But it never got made. It was 100 million almost, I think, at budget then, and that was in 1994. So 20 years ago. God knows what it would be now.
Jesus. It's nuts to think that 94 was 20 years ago. Like, 94 doesn't seem... it must be. I was only fucking 5 years old.
Well, here's the thing. Carol Co. decided to go ahead and make a film called Cutthroat Island with Rennie Harlin. Rennie Harlin directed your favourite film, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, The Rock and Roll Detective.
Amazing.
And he also made Die Hard 2 and Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Child. Yeah, he did this Pirates film before Pirates films were kind of popular. Cool. And it was Cutthroat Island.
Popular?
And it was one of the most, the biggest box office bombs in history.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, after that, Carol Co. filed for bankruptcy, and that was the end of Carol Co. basically.
See ya, bye.
All the money they made.
I'm taking Carol Co. to Mexico.
Here's one for you listeners. I'm not sure if you heard of this one, but there's a film which I saw as a kid. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was made in the 70s. 1974, I think it was. It was a film called Doc Savage, Man of Bronze. Starring an actor I've never seen before or since, Ron Ely. Basically, Doc Savage is this like brawny kind of mix of Indiana Jones and James Bond. He's always got like a ripped shirt on. He's like this classic alpha male with like blonde kind of what is it, Aryan features. He's like a Nazi poster boy basically, but he's like, he would, you know, have like adventures essentially like Alan Quatermain or Indiana Jones. Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to play Doc Savage as well, but that never happened.
No.
Yeah, he was going to do it with Chuck Russell, the guy that made The Blob and Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
This is just letdown after letdown.
It is.
So think about all the shitty movies that Arnold's made since.
Well, Shane Black was going to write Doc Savage as well. Shane Black. Do you know who Shane Black is, Ellie?
Not a clue.
Shane Black played Hawkins in Predator. He was the script doctor / writer that they got on set to kind of like
the one with the big glasses.
Yeah, to do script changes, and he was there so often they actually gave him a part.
Got a big pussy.
Yeah, well, he wrote Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 to a certain extent. So yeah, he's pretty good. Iron Man 3, etc.
I've not seen any of the Iron Mans.
David Cronenberg was going to do a Fly sequel. Did you know that?
No. Keep going.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Keep going.
Why are you laughing? Is it my spasticated, like, on the lamb reading?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Laughing as well.
Sorry, listeners.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, he was going to do a direct sequel to The Fly, but I thought we had one of those in 1989, the Eric Stoltz Fly 2.
Yeah, I was going to say there are.
What did you think of that, by the way?
It was alright. I think the Fly was better.
You think the what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I thought the first film was better. The second one was alright.
Oh no, the first film is better, and the second one is just alright. But I've got a soft spot for The Fly 2. It's one of the first VHSs I actually owned.
Aww.
Oh, they did a Fly opera. Did you know that? Did you know they did?
They should do a fucking labyrinth. That'd be amazing. Opera or fucking production, play, musical, whatever. That shit should be taken to the stage. Should be amazing. I'd so fucking try out. And I'd get a part because I'm a jammy cunt.
Well, you'd only play one of the goblins or those helmets with feet.
The helmets with... I'd be Hoggle, motherfucker.
No problem.
What do you expect fairies to do? Well, I'll have to work on the voice. Do the voice.
Get it right, Brian. Ellie. Okay, well, Ellie's paused herself. We're going to have to call her back. Don't know how that happened, listeners, but stay on the line. We'll get her back. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. She ain't taking no calls that day. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, while Ellie's trying to find a way of getting back in touch with us, thank you all for staying with the show for this long. Sorry it's, just me talking and it's just on the credits of Terminator. We've got Terminator playing in the background kind of there, which is kind of nice. Films to possibly come. The Halo movie is still obviously being developed and still has never happened. 32, 34, 30... Oh, here we go. What the hell, Ellie?
My phone rang and it just cuts over the Viber.
And who's more important than this show?
Nobody, I'm so sorry, but I couldn't. There was nothing I could do.
Who was it?
It was Sid.
Oh, him. What does he want?
Pardon?
What does he want?
I don't know. I couldn't take the call.
I see a problem with Viber. If someone calls you on Viber, even though
it cuts it out.
It doesn't go. Would you like to take this call from this other? Because get out of the way.
Exactly. All of a sudden it started ringing. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
It just mushes Viber in the face out of the way and just get out of it.
Oh, get out of the way. So yes, no apologies for that. There was nothing I could do. It was out of my control.
That's okay, Ellie. We've got one more episode after this, really, to kind of like wrap this up.
Oh wow.
Would you be interested in doing that episode tonight?
Whatever you say, Ethan. You're the boss.
Okay. Well, have you got anything more to add, Ellie? What do you think of the film Terminator 2 as we get closer to the end?
Oh, I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's best film. I just think he plays such a good part. He goes from just being a robot in the first one to like virtually no lines to the second one where he just totally takes the whole... he kind of changes your original views on what the Terminators were and makes it into like this father figure. I think it's really good.
Well, as we kind of bookended
and he's sensitive.
As we bookended the first show we ever did with like Arnold Schwarzenegger's top 5 or 10, the A, B, and C list of his films.
Yeah.
How many in your A list of Arnold's?
Terminator 2, Predator.
Yeah.
I can't. No. Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
What else? Shit, I've just got a massive brain fart.
Oh God.
Fuck! What is wrong with me?
Running Man, Total Recall.
Total Recall's gonna be.
Commando.
Running Man's probably B. See, I was thinking Commando, but I don't know. I haven't seen it enough to like really, really, really love it. It was good, but I've only ever seen it. Well, I've seen it twice, but the first time it was so fucking many years ago. I literally couldn't remember a thing about it when I watched it the second time.
Right.
Total Recall. See, I'd say that's probably B.
I see.
I don't know. I think I've only got like a few top A-listers. So it'd be Terminator 2, Predator, Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Go on.
I actually really, really like True Lies. I think that might be in my A-list as well.
Yeah, True Lies is good.
Yeah, True Lies is awesome.
So you think Total Recall's a B?
Yeah.
You think Commando's a B?
Yeah.
Oh my god. How could you say Commando was a B? I think that's in. I think for me it's Commando, Predator, and Terminator 2.
Good choices.
And I'd probably put True Lies as a B, Terminator 1 as a B.
What about Conan the Barbarian?
Conan was a B. God. Raw Deal's a D.
Oh god, that's
Junior's
terrible.
a D.
Oh my god, how the fuck have I forgot? A-list, Twins, for sure.
No.
Yes! Twins is my favourite Arnie movie ever. It's so fucking good.
How is that your favourite Arnie film?
Because it's amazing. Oh, that's the Running Man soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did the music for Running Man?
Howard Faltermeyer, who did Beverly Hills Cop 2.
What a fucking legend. Faltermeyer.
Reminds me very much of the Nightmare on Elm Street music, even though it's not.
It is actually.
Which is another electronic score you should seek out.
Seek out. I like that Dokken did loads of the tracks for. Was it the third movie?
Yeah.
Or the fourth? The Dream Child.
So you like Twins?
Oh, Twins is fucking so good. I absolutely love it.
Why do you like Twins so much?
Because it was a side of Arnold I'd never seen, and I don't normally like the whole like adorable innocent thing, but it just really works, and he just looks so fucking hot in that movie.
No, he didn't.
And just he's so naive and innocent, and I don't know.
Travelled halfway across the world. Well, actually.
Plus, how can you not yakety yak? Don't talk back.
With his shorts on and his Converse All Stars.
Oh, you don't get no spending cash. See the kitchen floor. You ain't got a microphone no more. It's fucking amazing. Plus, I really want that t-shirt. I'm going to try and buy one. Born to be bad. With the baby on the front.
Why?
Because it's fucking awesome. It's a baby with a Mohican. I thought Danny DeVito was really good in it. I thought it was really funny. The chick that Arnold Schwarzenegger screws is pretty fit.
Well, that's Kelly Preston. That's John Travolta's real-life beard wife.
Beard wife?
Yeah, she's his beard.
Oh, right, yeah, to cover the fact that he's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know, they all have to do it.
When Travolta's giving masseuses and pilots hummers, she's at home twiddling her thumbs.
Stroking her beard.
Yeah.
Granting wishes. Talking of beards, please, how are you still thinking about shaving your beard off?
I am thinking of shaving my beard off.
Oh my god. What, like completely?
Completely.
And the moustache?
Well, if I leave the moustache, I look really weird with the moustache. I don't know. It doesn't
my
work.
moustache is like, I don't know.
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right on me.
Don't look right on me, man. Have we ever seen an example of Arnold Schwarzenegger with just a moustache?
Probably not.
That's worth a Google.
Is it though? Is it? Well, Ellie, have you got anything else to say as we play out to Jerry Goldsmith's Total Recall theme?
Hasta la vista, motherfuckers.
Okay. Well, come back in about 10 minutes and we'll have another episode for you. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we've literally... All right, tell you what. I have got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so we can go slightly over.
What of credits that I can't watch?
Well, I don't know. The bonus episodes will be more fun, I think, to do because I'll go back and reassess some of the extras on the DVDs and things. But this has been a nice little walk through Arnold Schwarzenegger's career.
It has. It's been really relaxing.
Some of the films that didn't get made. Ellie, how is it relaxing? You don't actually say anything about Terminator anyway.
No, I do, and I have to watch the clip and try and like pick out bits from it that could be interesting or anything I can ask questions about. Whereas I'm just able to sit back and just I just feel very relaxed right now.
Well, I'm glad.
I'm at ease. I think it's this comfortable chair.
It is good, isn't it? I bought 2 chairs when I was building this studio, listeners, and I actually gave the better one away, even though the one Ellie got was £28, about $50. This amazing office chair, and I got this factory second super expensive chair that would have been hundreds of pounds for £45, and it's just not cutting a rug, but it just.
Whereas I am almost asleep.
Yeah.
It's got like a headrest, armrest. It's like got that netted mesh kind of covering or like seating. It's all very good.
Yeah.
It allows my body and my buttocks to breathe.
Well.
But yeah, tune in as we fill more air with shit and garble.
It was better than yesterday's episode.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. When we've got this other episode out of the way, though, Ellie, I do need to do a Skype call with you with my new piece of Shure USB/mic connector equipment.
Oh, does that mean I've got to get dressed?
No, because it's not being recorded. I just need to see if the sound works. Does that make sense?
It does.
So it will sound like you're in. Basically, it'll work for all the future Terminators. It will mean that it will sound like you're sitting next to me when you're actually not.
Awesome. Oh, I'm getting an echo. It's time to go.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, listeners. We shall return tonight with episode 77, the final episode of the actual moving image Terminator film. And then we'll have bonus episodes all through Christmas. You bet you can't wait, can you? We'll have the cut scenes, clips. We're going to do a feature-length commentary of the fucking film we just watched.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. But like I said, it's going to have the pop-ups of the... You know, the trivia, the sketches. Pop-ups. Yeah.
Pop-ups.
So we shall return shortly with the new episode. Hasta la vista, baby. Oh.
Beaty.
We did it. Oh, forget it.
Machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. I'll be back.